issue. We recently did a poll with the Women's Safety Initiative that shows that half of women in this country feel that massive immigration has impacted their area. We're not the minority here, we're not the extremists, we're obviously not the extremists. They're the extremists, they're the insane ones, and they shouldn't be listened to. They shouldn't be treated as equal to our opinions because they are the minority here. They are the extreme minority who are happy to turn a blind eye when they see women and girls being made uncomfortable, when they see women afraid to go down the streets, when they see girls afraid to go down the streets. I mean, look at the grooming gangs, for example. I don't want to bring the tone down because it's honestly such a lovely time here, and I love your energy. But it's honestly just so heartbreaking. The things you hear in the media is just the tip of the iceberg. Women and girls for decades around this country have been raped, groomed, abused, sterilised, drugged, and the authorities have not only turned a blind eye but been complicit with that. It's pure evil and it should be treated as that. I'm not going to be happy until every single person complicit with the grooming gangs is arrested. There's no two ways about it. What these girls have been through is evil, and they deserve better than that. They deserve reparations, genuine reparations, because what they've been through is just so awful. And they've been ignored as well, and they're still going through it to this day. It's not something in the past. They are still going through it to this day. It's still impacting their lives, and they need to be protected, and they need to be helped. And inquiries isn't enough. We need prosecutions. But also on top of that, I genuinely don't think that anyone with such a backwards attitude should be allowed into this country. They're coming from countries where women are sterilised. They're coming from countries with high rates of female genital mutilation, with forced marriages, where they treat women like animals. And we expect them to just remove those beliefs when they come to this country. They marry children, yeah. It's ridiculous that this has been ignored for so long. Government officials, the authorities have turned a blind eye for so long, and we cannot let them. And that's why we're here today, to stand against that and to fight for women's safety, because this is the biggest battle for women today. Thank you.
We're currently broadcasting live and direct outside Downing Street in Whitehall in central London. Welcome to the channel. My name is Louis Errington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover protests and events. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you stay notified whenever I go live or upload a new video. So as you see, the Pink Ladies protest behind me is ran by the Pink Ladies, organised by that group on X, and also they are protesting against illegal immigration. And then on the other side of the road is Stand Up to Racism, who are doing a counter-protest against the Pink Ladies protest. So we'll be covering both sides, of course. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed today's live broadcast. We're currently live and direct in outside Downing Street in central London in Whitehall. And there are a lot of people here, probably about 1,000 on each side, so 2,000 in total with both protests added up. Yeah, there are a lot of people, and their main message from the Pink Ladies is against illegal immigration and against housing illegal immigrants in four-star hotels up and down across the country. However, from Stand Up to Racism's point of view, they are doing a counter-protest, and their main point of view is that they should allow refugees in and look after the refugees. So there are two contrasting sides and two arguments for and against this issue, whether or not one is like right-wing or left-wing, is affecting everybody across the country. So yeah, it's a very interesting day out here in Westminster, and a protest is going to be taking place in the next 2 hours. So I hope you enjoy this live broadcast. Be sure to share with your friends and family. We're live and direct, and I hope you enjoy. My name's Louis Errington. I hope you enjoyed this live broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, come on. How's it been? Yeah. I'm going to try to go over that side of the road as well. I'll catch you in a bit. As you see, we're at the counter-protest as well. A group of people here protesting for refugees, and then on the other side of the road are the Pink Ladies protest. Excuse me. What's the significance of today's Stand Up to Racism protest, and why do you think it's very important that people come here to show solidarity with your group that you're protesting against racism?
So I think it's incredibly important. There's so much hatred and division in the world at the moment, and it's putting black and brown people at risk of assault, daily hatred, sex crimes. And people are so misguided. It's white male billionaires who are holding on to the money, major companies not paying tax, that are messing up the country's politics. So UK Labour, Reform, Tommy Robinson, everyone's disgruntled about what's happening. You know, we have a genocide leading government. I'm here with my white privilege to say it is not acceptable. You know, one brown person commits a crime, and you have a group of people who are wound up to generalise that every brown person is a criminal, when actually it's the white British males who are predominantly the risk. And today it's about women. So the risk to women and children, again, is from the white British males and governments putting people into poverty and dangerous situations. So I cannot bear to see friends and strangers every day receiving hatred. You know, if you imagine if someone was outside your house every day shouting hate speech, it's unbearable.
Move a little bit to the right to see the gap so people can walk. Thank you.
So, are you unhappy with Keir Starmer and his response to the ongoing situation?
Absolutely, to every situation. He's inciting hatred and violence. And, you know, he's a human rights lawyer who isn't living by that in any which way, murdering hundreds of thousands of people in Palestine, and probably trying to align to Reform to get more votes. Absolutely disgusting.
Just slightly changing topic, because it appears that this current issue going on doesn't appear to be a left or right issue. What are your thoughts on digital IDs? Do you think they will actually stop illegal immigration, or do you think they're for something else, much more sinister?
though for something much more sinister, and it will be keeping an eye on everything that everybody does. Again, they're not necessary, they're divisive, they're going to send people underground who need help. I used to work in addiction services as a doctor, and it was hard enough for people with particular problematic issues to come for treatment. And for many reasons, that would really make it even more difficult. Not that they've done anything wrong, but it's just this whole idea that you might be punished. It's just unworkable, inappropriate, and unnecessary.
And in terms of the negatives with digital IDs, what negatives do you think there are? And do you gather that a lot of people across the country, whether or not they're left-wing or right-wing, stand solely against it?
I think it possibly may unite people. For people who have worries for various reasons, whether it's about their criminality or their right to stay. But I just cannot see that it will add anything to anybody's health or welfare or safety or general quality of life, and it will cost an absolute fortune.
Thank you so much for your time on camera. Very good to speak to you. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Errington.
Okay, good to see
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Hello, everybody.
Anyway, all this.
On the Louis Errington Show.
Big up.
From Channel 4 to Louis Errington. Here we go.
Yeah. Big up, AY. Go subscribe to him.
Don't subscribe to Louis.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go film the other side now as well. The counter-protest appears to be largely over, but we did interview one of the protesters from the counter-protest side, and what we do find interesting is that we also asked about digital IDs as well, and it appears that a lot of people from especially both sides of the road, so the Pink Ladies I think stand against them as well, and also the counter-protest do, but the main aim of both protests is slightly different. So on this side of the road, the Pink Ladies want to stand against illegal immigration.
I think it's safe to say that they have done one. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Okay, everyone, we've got our next speaker. Gather around, gather around.
Thank you for watching.
We have a wonderful, wonderful woman called Maria Botel, and she is very good friends with a certain Mr. Rupert Lowe. And she is part of Restore Britain. And Maria is going to talk to us about partnering with the Pink Ladies movement to give us
Very good to see you.
the kind of presence and platform that we need to roll this out to every city and town in this country. Because we are not alone, ladies. Every city and town in this country is going through the same thing as Epping, as Chesham and Canary Wharf, and we together can stop it. Maria, come to the stage, please. A round of applause.
Are you? Sorry? About what is it? Nothing major? Okay. The counter-protesters ended.
Yes, it won't go to get a speech, it wasn't get a speech.
Okay, I might interview Thomas. Okay. Thomas, how are you doing? Very good to see you. Just a quick 2 seconds about today's protest and the Pink Ladies. Why do you think it's important that a lot of people stand in solidarity with the Pink Ladies against illegal immigration?
Women today, they've never been activists and protests in their life, so it's good to support people who are having such a big impact but never really done this before.
And in terms of today's rally, it appears to be standing against illegal immigration and the housing of illegal immigrants in 4-star hotels as well.
Yeah, so that's the predominant thing, really. I mean, while Stand Up to Racism, which unfortunately already left, what they stand for is a bunch of political topics that don't make any sense. If we compare that to Pink Ladies, they are legitimately the only female voices that are actually concerned with female safety.
And in terms of the safety of women, especially across the UK, do you think there's been an increase in crime against women, especially from certain groups and individuals, potentially illegal immigrants?
Yes, I think certainly we see an increase of antisocial behaviour laws and sexual assaults, ones that actually go unreported, so we can't really look at statistics of these local areas, but certainly if you look at the last 5 years in which Epping has housed these illegal migrants, you do see a sudden increase within sexual assault crimes committed within the area, and then those are the reported ones. The unreported ones are probably in the thousands.
And then now we know that the Labour government, Keir Starmer's Labour, now wants to introduce digital IDs to combat illegal immigration.
Yes.
Do you think that will happen, or do you think digital IDs are for something more sinister?
I think it's just an incompetent grab to be seen as the second coming of Tony Blair, and that although other governments in the future may use it, I don't suspect a lot of... I suspect that Keir Starmer's too incompetent to levy any control against us.
Thank you very much for your time on camera. Very good to speak to you. Cheers. So that was young Bob from Turning Point UK. How are you? Okay, good to see you. Just interviewed someone from the council protest as well. Yeah. They appear to have disappeared. Yeah. They've gone. Yeah. Where, was she on the other side? Really? What, with the pink ladies or? Oh no, I'm not. Oh. Yeah. Quite funny if we saw them on this side. Did you go to the big one on September 13th? Apparently it kicked off in Trafalgar Square. Well, sadly I was at the stage, so I couldn't get there, but if I had the option I would have been in the thick of it. Like, I guess wherever there's trouble, I'm not too far apart from trouble.
Sexual assaults, 18 rapes, and this is just a snapshot. The government doesn't even publish the full stats on scientific crime, leaving us to piece it together from court records and police reports.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
In London alone in 2024, foreign nationals accounted for 40%.
I'm going to try to do some interviews. Very good to see you.
Nationwide, 2/3
Oh yeah. How are you? Very good to see you. Nice to meet you. Yeah, so in terms of today's protest, what do you think of the importance of coming down here to stand in solidarity with the Pink Ladies group?
Because I'm a mum and I don't feel safe on the streets anymore. I live in Brighton, but I don't feel safe on my streets either. So we're all Epping, yeah.
And in terms of the main aim of this demonstration, what's the main aim to achieve here today?
To raise awareness of how dangerous the streets are and how we want to make sure that we know who is on our streets. So anybody that comes into our country should be vetted. We shouldn't be having unknown migrants on our streets.
And in terms of the safety of women and girls across the country, do you think that's increasingly become more of a concern, especially with the rise of illegal immigration?
Absolutely. I mean, you just have to look at the newspapers. You have people that have been in the country 3 weeks and they've already raped 3 girls. It's pretty obvious where the problem is. And yeah, absolutely agree that, you know, we have men in our country that rape, but we don't need more. We don't have to. We have to let in more. You know, we can't help what we've got in our own country, but we don't have to actually visibly let in people, especially people who we know don't value women and girls in the same way, don't have the same respect. Okay.
Now, in terms of, do you feel safe yourself personally when you walk the streets of Brighton at night time? And why do you not feel safe?
I live in Hove, actually. Some people say Hove, actually. So my walk into town is along a street called Western Road, and even in the daytime I don't feel safe, because you have big groups of swarthy men of a certain persuasion who hang out all day, all night. They don't really have jobs, and they don't part company. I mean, normally if you're a group of people and someone's walking through you, you part company politely to let them through. They stand there and watch you with their vapes and force you to either walk through them or walk on the road. It was just intimidating. I mean, your heart pounds, and they look up and down. It's not nice, and you hear them yelling. We've got every shop that closes on my high street is replaced by a vape shop or a Turkish barber or a shisha lounge, which are invariably empty, but money laundering is going on there.
Now, we know, final question here. So, set the camera up so it's nice and... Yeah, final question. We know that Keir Starmer now wants to introduce digital IDs, and apparently it's to combat illegal immigration. Do you think that's the main aim here, or do you think it's something for much worse in the future?
I think it's much worse. I don't think it'll touch illegal immigration. He says that it's going to stop illegal immigrants working, but illegal immigrants don't work legally anyway. So anybody who works legally has got their national insurance card to hand over. Anyone who's working illegally does cash in hand behind closed doors. So how is it going to stop them? That can carry on unabated. So it's nothing to do with illegal immigration. If it was, I'd snap at it, but it's not. What it is going to control us, the dissenters. I could have my card docked because I'm here, for example. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Thank you very much for your time on camera. Very good to meet you. My name's Louis. Thank you. Cheers.
Pink ladies, open your
We're going to head over to the speeches now.
and across the country start your own Imagine thousands of pink-clad warriors flooding town halls, petitions in hand, banners and flags high, demanding secure borders and prioritising our and our children's safety. It already has started to work in Epping protest forced reviews, in Canary Wharf your pink flags up the nation's conscience.
Hiya, how are you? Very good to see you. Mr.
One
Singh, right?
volunteer can uncover
Okay,
a
so
hotel's
in terms of the...
one voice can sway votes.
2 minutes.
Don't let your fear
Sure,
shame
okay.
you, and let your
Yeah,
faith
definitely. I'll come back in
and
a
hope
few
free
minutes.
you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay. So in the face of fear, stand with your
Excuse me, would it be
sisters
okay
and
if I
stand
could
with your
please
children.
wait? Cheers.
Speak up, not in rage, but in resolve. Not for division, but for the unity of Britain restored. We are the menders, the guardians, the light in the storm. Our kids deserve streets where they can run free and schools without shadows. Our nation that honours its own. So let's march, not today, but every day. Pink, proud and unbreakable for our children, for Britain, for Jesus. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Hi Emma, how are you doing? You okay? Very good to see you. Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah. Just try to get to the front there.
Amen. Amen.
Excuse me.
Thank you for the super chat, people. You legend.
Save our kids! 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 Save our kids!
How are you? Good to see you. How's it been? You okay? Good, thank you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you. That might be true. Cheers. Excuse me. Speaker again. Hiya. Interesting. Okay, I'm a freelance, Louis Harrington on YouTube. So I gather you're from GB News, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm not here for GB News today.
Fair enough. Yeah, definitely. Should we get a background of the protest maybe, just to be better on camera? Thank you. Yeah, we're live and direct at the moment. We're broadcasting to the world. Okay, so I'll just set the camera up. Wonderful. Okay, so we're here today. We just bumped into Adam Brooks, who has aired a lot of the time on GB News. Tell me what you think about this demonstration and the importance of being here, and especially you standing in solidarity with the Pink Ladies.
Yeah, look, I'm here today to support the Pink Ladies because this is an important movement to show that this isn't a far right or extremist organisation or movement against these migrant hotels. At the end of the day, these are grandmothers, these are mothers, sisters, daughters that are against unchecked, unverified men being dumped into their communities. Look, we've seen sexual assaults, we've seen rapes, we've seen harassment up and down the country. Every day I'm putting on my social media a different case of a migrant arrested or a migrant charged or found guilty in court. This is a serious issue. We are importing men that do not value women, that do not respect age of girls either. And we are seeing many young 12, 13-year-old girls harassed by these migrant men in high roads. This is a very important movement because this shows genuine people. This isn't a far-right rally. Look, it's like a party atmosphere. So look, we need to galvanise together, stop Labour labelling us as far-right or extreme, and push back, because if you haven't got a migrant hotel near you, you will do soon.
Now, in terms of today's demonstration, so we know that it's against legal immigration and all of that. But slightly moving topic, we know that Keir Starmer now wants to introduce digital IDs for your safety, apparently, against legal immigration. Do you believe him, or do you think it's something much worse in the future? Potentially George Orwellian state of 1984.
Look, Tony Blair has been trying to get ID cards for us people for 20 odd years. Tony Blair and his institute are behind this bush. Labour were not in favour of ID cards, but recently they've been having many meetings with Tony Blair and the institute, and suddenly they are. Look, a digital ID is different to having a card in your pocket. I used to back having a voter ID card to show when you're going to vote, to show and to stop voter fraud. But look, a digital ID will be a centralised government tool. You say something wrong against the government, maybe you use too many carbon credits, or you dissent against the government policy, they can switch you off. Just look at China. If you say something against the government, you could be stopped travelling on a tube train, claim your benefits or your pension. This is a dangerous, dangerous path, and we must push back and say no.
Adam, thank you very much for your time on camera. Very good to see you. My name's Louis Harrington. I'm a freelance.
So I've been very busy with the foreign press.
If you want.
Can't understand why they say that, you know, that's all right. Now, our next guest, I'm absolutely honoured, and I know you will be absolutely so delighted to welcome her here today. A woman who is so brave and has faced the authorities in the most beautiful, ladylike manner. She's been respectful, she's not said a bad word, and if it was me, I'd be locked up for my fishwife's gob. But no, the wonderful Lucy Connolly! Lucy. What a wonderful CFP.
I am. You know, when people are throwing the words around that they throw around, racist, bigot, all of those things, and you still come out and you still fight for your children and you still put them first, and that's amazing. And I know from my own experience, you know, everybody's a bit worried at the minute about what to say, what not to say, can we do this, can we do that, but you know what? As the saying goes, it might make your lives easier if you stay silent and do nothing now, but it won't make your children's future better and brighter. And anybody that puts themselves before a child isn't worth listening to anyway. So keep fighting, ladies, keep going, keep the pink, and I'm so proud of you all.
Oh, I'm like Davina McCall. Big brother! Thank you, Lucy. What an amazing woman. Thank you so much for coming and supporting us today. Now, just so that you know, I did offer our lovely friends over here to come and join us, but I think they're free Congo or something. Anyway, they're not lefties, so don't worry. Do you know what? I was just talking to the press and in Germany and France, and they said to me, what do you think about the fact that these people opposite call you racists? And I said, why are we racist? And they said they call you racist and far right and they call you Nazis. And I said, oh, that's nice. And I said, so what do we call people who have a problem with mothers and grandmothers protecting their children? What do we call them? Because there's a lot of things I'd like to call people like that. And as I said to the press, just because these men happen to be from a certain background, from a certain geography in the world, does not mean that that is why we are angry. That is not why we do not want them here. We do not want them here because we don't know who they are. They're not screens, they're not vetted, and most of them now are coming from Europe because Europe don't want them either. Why have we turned into the dustbin of Europe? If they can't... What? Oh, money. Sorry, I thought you were going to give me some. They're coming. Now answer me this, Keir Starmer. If these men are going to come and enrich our culture and bring their amazing scientific and engineering brains, how is it that none of them can speak English and most of them can't read and write in their own language? What are they going to do here? Nothing. They will be a strain on the economy for the rest of their lives. And funny enough, Rachel Reeves, we have got no money. Anyway, I'm not going to rant anymore because then I'll start getting a hot hormonal flush. And my HRT's wearing off. So I'm going to hand you over to our last speaker. Someone that you'll all be very familiar with, and so are the Essex Police. In fact, oh, hold on, she's here. So I'm going to hand you over to the lovely Sarah White, who you may remember got nicked for waving a Union Jack flag. And I don't care what they say, because we were there and we saw what went on. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Sarah White.
Hola. I'm only tiny. I think you can all agree there was a terrible smell today from the Great Unwashed. I don't know if there's any of them still about, but good riddance to bad smells. Anyway, we stand here today as mothers, daughters, grandmothers, sisters and friends. And I must add, we are supported by a wonderful group of men. And what a beautiful bunch of men you all are. We are united by one cause, protecting our children and standing up for the most vulnerable in our society. Time and time again, those in power have failed us, the police, who are meant to protect our children, too often turn a blind eye when our young girls are being groomed and preyed upon by men who stand not even here illegal, undocumented, housed at the taxpayers' expense. Instead of protecting our daughters, they make excuses and families are left to fight alone. That is unacceptable. And while this is happening, our most vulnerable are being left behind. Disabled children, children with complex needs, families living through heartbreak every single day, stripped of support, stripped of funding and stripped of dignity. Resources are being poured into those who have broken the law while our own children are left to suffer. Recently, I had a guy reach out to me, his name is Jack. His son Jackson, at 3 months old, got diagnosed with a very rare condition. He is now a year old. He has spent the last 9 months in hospital. Unfortunately, Epping Forest don't see him as a priority and have left him to sit in a hospital when he could be taken home and looked after by his father. Unfortunately, Jackson's dad was told, that Jackson has got a life-limiting condition. Does he not deserve to be at home? And while you think of the CEOs of our local councils, in Croydon, I believe he was earning more than the American president. How is this fair? And when you think they are to be given 2/3 of their final salary for the rest of their life, how is this acceptable? So I don't care what side you are on, left or right, surely we can all unite in one belief that children are our most precious and our most vulnerable, and surely they all need protecting, and their wants and needs and health and safety tip those of undocumented illegal men who break into our country at an alarming rate. The government would do well to remember that they are there to serve the liberties of the people in this country, something that they are not upholding. If they want to keep their position, they would do well to remember this. As Queen Elizabeth once said, never give up, never despair. When life seems hard, the courageous do not lie down and accept defeat. Instead, they are all the more determined to struggle for a better future. But it is often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change. And while we still have more to endure, better days will return. I have said this before, and I say it again. Love the country in which you live, or go and live in a country you love. This is Great Britain. I would also just like to add that whilst we are all here today supporting one another, the problem is people in our own country are too scared to stand up for what's right. If you think about what happened to myself and Ola this morning, the company cancelled the stage because they were scared of bad publicity. All I can say to them is I am a business owner and I have lost so many customers in the recent months since my arrest and since I stood on Tommy's stage speaking. However, I believe that you have to stand up to provide a better future for our children. And I would rather die on my feet than live a life on my knees. Thank you to everybody that has showed up today. Me and Ola could not be prouder at the moment.
When the old bill just went past with their lights on, I thought they'd come to get her. I thought, wait a minute, she's in the middle of a speech. We're going to wrap up the speeches in a minute, and we're just going to have some more music and dance around, and I think a bit of Chas and Dave went down well, didn't it, ladies? Sorry, I'm eating something. Do you know what? Even though this is about all of us, and I've had people from up and down the country, women from Brighton, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Leeds, Manchester, you name it, and they have reached out and said, Orla, how can we do what you ladies are doing in Epping and Canary Wharf? And I said, well, you got to change your accent for a start. No, I didn't. I said, what you need to get the ladies together. Get some brave women together, and when 2 or more of you come together, the rest will come. And I think what this movement is doing is showing women who would never normally protest. Women who have spent their life living the status quo. And this movement is saying to women, we do not have to stay silent. Because we are now opening our eyes and seeing that we are becoming the sacrificial lambs of this government. We are taxpayers. We are producing the next generation, and without us, there's nothing. He would do well to remember that. I want to say a special thank you to all the people in Epping. And I know this is about all of us, but for me and Sarah, it's about us in Epping. And the fact that we've stood side by side with the most amazing people for the last 3 months. People that we would never probably have known, because I know a lot of my friends that are around here would never want to be friends with someone like me. Isn't that right, Craig? But when you come together with a common theme and a common motivation, you would be amazed how much you would then have in common. And I would say to you all, each and every one of you wearing pink. Pink is the colour of feminism. Pink is what you put on beautiful baby girls. Pink is soft. Pink is gentle. But by no means think that the women wearing pink are not lionesses, because by God they are. And we will make this government and any other government that comes in after them, we will make them listen, and we will hold them accountable. Because if one more girl is sacrificed at the altar of Labour, I swear to God, the pink movement will rise up. And we will take no hostages. Thank you, ladies, for standing side by side with us. Let's give a round of applause to ourselves. Who wants a bit of Chas and Dave? Okay, listen, we're going to leave here in about half an hour, and we're going to march down back towards the station. And when we march, we're going to say loud and proud, protect our kids, protect our kids.
One second, Ola. I would just like to thank you to all of the men that have showed up, all of the football lads, all of the Spartans, all of the husbands. There's a Spartan lady. Oh, and I just want to say, because what everyone needs to remember is, unfortunately, when you start to gain momentum and you try to set up a group, it's really hard, because then you have in-house fighting, and we've seen this up and down the country, and people with egos trying to jump on or take the limelight. It doesn't matter who's in charge, it doesn't matter who's leading the way, it matters that we all unite. And for anyone that tries to tell you that you're not a part of something, tell them you're a part of something bigger, and you are all here to leave a safe, secure and fair future for all of our children and future generations. Thank you.
So we got pink lady groups from all over. It's been a great couple of hours.
So this Saturday is on the 11th, sorry, the following Saturday is on the Palestine protest. I used to be someone from GBU over here.
Gracias.
Yeah.
Rabbit, yep, rabbit, bunny, yep, rabbit.
prices. And then we're all going to go home and get the kids. So let's all get in line, please. Don't walk too fast, please, because there's some ladies who are a little bit slower. And you know what, actually, I'm very, very naughty. I must do one thing. I must say a very happy birthday to a very special lady. Where is Sharon from Epping? Oh, she's just gone. Sharon from Epping, she's probably having a wee somewhere. Where are you, Sharon from Epping? She's 82 this week. Oh, she's gone home. Well, that was a waste of time. Anyway, let's all get together, ladies, in line. Remember, we are suffragettes, and suffragettes march. Thank you, everyone, for coming here today and for showing your support, and we will be back soon.
Let's get this started. I don't mind staying.
How you doing? You okay? Good to see you, right? Are you going to the 24 you came on the BBC? 6 o'clock. Yeah, we're trying to work out yeah, it's against BBC bias against America. BBC America bias against American. So 24 UK are going to call out the BBC with the protest. I saw Nick here earlier. So he will be there because they organise it. And also the Disciples of Christ as well. They can be there as well. Yeah, London Direct. How come? You might need to update your phone maybe, or update the app. When you used to check this one, it's been a while. Yeah. Do you use the Sun Snap to go live? Oh, sorry. I recommend another app, Prison Drive Studio. And if you want to multi-stream, you have to pay every year, but it's working and it's really good. Because I can do X and YouTube at the same time. And also Facebook, which is Instagram, all the others, TikTok sometimes. TikTok can be a bit... I've only been doing the content. We're currently broadcasting live and direct in central London, in Whitehall, just outside Downing Street, and the Pink Ladies protest against illegal immigration are setting off now to do a march. After that, not long. Save our kids! 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 Save our kids!
Everyone is in agreement here.
There's another protest here as well against war in southern Cameroon as well. So it's just outside Downing Street at the moment. And then on this side of the road are the other protests.
Organisers.
Yeah.
The organisers, yeah.
Just a quick minute or two, brief summary of your protest today and why you're outside Downing Street, because I see it's to do with Southern Cameroon.
Yeah, this is Southern Cameroon.
Yep.
We are Southern Cameroonians who are fighting for our freedom. We were subjugated to French Cameroon in 1961. Until then, they are all killing us, they are destroying us, and now we are begging from the British government to come to our aid, that we are suffering. The girls are being raped on a daily basis. Our children don't go to school. That is why we are here to beg Keir Starmer to help us, because Britain was part of Southern Cameroon in those days, that he should come to our aid, that we are dying and we are suffering. We are refugees in our own land. We want the French Cameroon to free our land and to free our country.
Can I ask who's persecuting you exactly?
Yeah, the French Cameroon. Mr. Paul Biya is the one persecuting us.
And how to call it, have there been genocide and rape in your country?
Yeah, going on in Southern Cameroon. Yes, rape. Our people are living in the bushes. Our own land that is producing oil and everything in Cameroon, we don't enjoy it. We don't have roads. We don't have infrastructures. We don't have hospitals. They kill us. This has been 7 years now, since 2016 or more.
Thank you for your time on camera.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cheers. I need to just get this. Okay, now we're going to head back to the Pink Ladies protest. Very interesting. Should we try and get to the front quickly? I know, yeah. This is a third protest because there was also the counter protest to this, and then this is the main one here.
Yeah, I know that's the main one.
Yeah.
They came down just this morning. They went down.
Crazy. Yeah. Should we head up to the? I'm going to head up to the front. Okay. Yeah. We'll catch you there.
Never trust a lefty, never trust a lefty.
Single post tactics.
Same thing as well. Very useful.
Where's the pink ladies? There they are. Bring your banner up here, girls.
Not me.
I know that he's not in there. He's not in there, he's in Liverpool. Oh no. Are you in there, Starmer? Are you in there? Come out and face the women from Essex and East London if you dare. I don't rate your chances, mate, I'll be honest. Stay where you are. Listen, ladies, thank you so much for your ongoing support. Now remember, we will never back down. Never. Each and every one of you in pink is a lioness, and you have cubs, and cubs will be protected. Yes. We will not allow this government to keep treating us with the disrespect that they are doing. Illegal migrants do not come before the citizens of this country and our children. Remember that.
Yes, yes.
We will keep fighting week in, week out. We will be in Epping on Sunday.
Yes.
Where will you be in Canary Wharf?
Yes. Every single day.
3 to what?
Thursday, 6 o'clock.
Thursday, 6 o'clock, Canary Wharf.
Sunday, 3 o'clock.
Sunday, 3 o'clock, Canary Wharf.
Every 4 o'clock.
Epping Sunday, 4 o'clock.
And any other time we can say.
We keep going.
You can stick your yellow jackets up your arms. You can stick your yellow jackets. Stick your yellow jackets. Stick your yellow jackets up your arms.
Up your arms. All right, ladies, let's march back to the station.
You can shove your section 14 up your arms. You can shove your section 14. Shove your section 14. Shove your section 14 up your arms.
Up your arms.
And section 11 and section 12 and every other section you want to abuse the power with.
Yes, or section us. I don't think that's far off.
So I've got a photo taken. Auditions. I actually stink as well.
All right, ladies. Right, ladies, let's go. Back to the station. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We will let you know about the next one. It has been an honour to stand with you all. Thank you. You are the suffragettes of 2025.
What's going on at the Pink Ladies?
Thank you. Yeah, you go to BBC Essex.
Is that what it is?
Turning Point UK.
Only for you?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know. I've got my dogs indoors.
Right, let's go.
I'll follow you though. I'll let you know your stream no doubt.
Sure. Yeah.
Cheer you out.
Thank you, mate. Should be good.
Yeah, you good though?
Yeah, definitely. Very good.
You want to go down and see the events in the
Thursday night.
where me and Point was using
Oh, yeah.
the other one near you.
Is he live there?
No, I don't think so. What is it called? It's a Brady pub. The left was there. You know
See you around, mate.
See you later. Morning, guys. You know when we were there to Trafalgar Square?
Yeah.
The left was on that side, right by that pub.
I don't know.
He was in there that night. What do you
The Admiralty.
No, not the Admiral. The one just round the corner of the Admiral.
Oh, Green King?
It's called something.
Silver Cross.
Silver Cross, yeah. That's where he is.
Oh, nice.
I've got a friend there. I don't know if he's going back. I might do. I may do.
Yeah.
How are you doing? You good? Well done anyway. I think it's just backing up now, but the stragglers are still there.
Stranglers.
You know that,
Stranglers now,
you know when they say like last drink and you're sitting there trying to take it out?
Don't want to go.
No.
It's brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant turnout.
Essa manifestação. Eu sei que os senhores me perguntam sempre. Que vem na esteira daquela grande manifestação que tivemos no mês de setembro, né? Aqui no Palácio do Crucifixo. Eu já vi esse cara em algum lugar, se não me lembro onde. Eu já vi ele. Eu tenho vergonha de mas eu vou dizer, não é tarde demais. Nós podemos ver aqui. Sorry?
No, they were just Brits. No, the drug dealing. Yeah. It's the first time someone's noticed.
Tem referência também às políticas do governo.
Sometimes, yeah. First time someone's noticed. No, it's fine. Thank you. See you later, take care. BBC, right? Yes. Yeah, I'll cover that. Okay, we're going to be ending the live broadcast now. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Louis Errington. I'm an independent journalist and I cover protests and events and also Speaker's Corner on a frequent basis. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so you stay notified whenever I go live or upload a new video. We'll be live and direct outside the BBC at 6 p.m. this evening. So be sure to tune into that. It's a protest organised by Turning Point UK, Nick Tanconi and Jack Ross and all the main figures who organise that organisation. So it's to do with Charlie Kirk outside the BBC because apparently the BBC have been biased, according to Turning Point UK, against Charlie Kirk. So we're going to be covering this demonstration later this evening. So be sure to tune into that at 6 o'clock by hitting the bell notification button so you stay notified whenever I go live or upload the video. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all at 6 p.m. live and direct outside the BBC. Thanks for tuning into this broadcast. See you all later this evening. Goodbye, everyone.